Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Here we are in June, and I was up here on the farm where we put this new fence in. This is the one that Ben and Isaac and I put in what was the year of COVID? It was 2000. And so this fence has been in for 6 years. I have never taken a weed eater to it. And one of the reasons we haven't had to do that, as you can see where it's going through this cedar forest. The cedar doesn't let anything grow down in here. And so if you cut all these cedars out, of course, you would have a lot more growth. But I wanted to show you these timeless posts are just unbelievable. We came back and these are the 1 3/4 inch. Those are 4.5 footers. And that bottom one is a sheep wire. Top one is for cattle. 12.5 gauge, 170,000 PSI high tensile wire. And we actually fastened this wire to the outside of the post. And why did we do that? Why didn't we run it through the holes that are already pre-drilled? Well, this wire was some wire we had from another farm. So we rolled it up back on the Jenny and we reused it. Well, it has some crimps in it. Well, a steel crimp on this wire won't go through that hole, but this is a really nice fix. Just take the 12 gauge wire, soft, and just wrap it through the hole, fasten your wire on the outside, and it works great. I mean, this fence looks like we just put it in. And it's been up for, gosh, 6 years. Yeah, there's just no maintenance. That bottom wire is the sheep, the top wire is the cattle. Look at all the toadstools over there. Holy moly. Wow. I'm not gonna eat those. I don't know if it's not a shiitake and it's growing out of cedar like, ooh, it looks deadly. I am not touching those. But the timeless, they just work. You see down through here, this has got a 45 joule charger on it. So anything that touches it, it's gonna shock it and dry up the vegetative load on it. And yeah, I mean, makes a really, really nice fence. The thing about timeless that I really like is it's non-conductive. You don't have to paint them. You don't have to drill them. You don't have to sharpen them. And they have a 20-year warranty on them. Oh, did I fail to mention they're made in the United States? Timeless is down there in Tennessee, keeping them Tennessee boys employed. And I heard the other day they had to start another shift. They've got 3 shifts going now building these posts for us ranchers here in the United States. And they've got dealers all over the world now. I think they've got them in New Zealand, Canada, Australia. I think they've got a dealership in Germany now. It's just taken off. And the reason it has, folks, it's a great product. So if you're putting in fence, your post, that is the life of your fence. If you don't have good posts, and I'll just put a steel post in and put them yellow clip-on insulators on it. Well, if you do that, you don't have a fence. You just don't. You might as well just not build any fence. Or go with woven wire, which would absolutely break the bank. Folks, this is a very economical fence because I've got these posts, they're spaced about 20 feet apart, and this is sheep fence. It'll hold cattle too. You could put another 2 wires on there if you wanted to. For our sheep, because we've got them broke to 1 single hot wire now, it would just be a waste of money to put more wires on here. So we can get by just doing the 2 wire fence. But check it out. You can just Google timeless fence, and there's a dealer close to you. You're in the United States, and if all you gotta do is call them, and they'll tell you where the closest dealership is to you. If you can drive and get them, of course, you don't have to pay shipping. And sometimes they offer free shipping if you buy, like a certain amount of posts, the shipping is free. They run those specials from time to time, and they've also got your full line of products. Anything it takes to keep your electricity and your fence up, they've got it. They sell all the different amendments that go with electric fence as well. So check them out, man. Timeless Fence down there in Tennessee. And I'd give you the name of the town, but I can't think of it right now. Sorry about that. But just Google it, man. You'll get a hit. And you're not going to be sorry. I mean, these posts, I just love them. It has made adding sheep fence to our farm a breeze, okay? You don't have to drill another hole. All we've had to do is just run another wire. The holes are already drilled. So basically what we've done, folks, we have a flirt now. We went through all of our farms. We're over on Marshall's today. The interns are over there with Sasha, and they're adding a second wire to Marshall's now. And that's 160 acres. And we're gonna get that one sheep fence too. I'm telling you what now, these sheep, yeah, it is more work to get the fence up, but once you put your perimeter fence up and your paddocks where you've got 2 wires, you can move your cows and your sheep with one. Once they're trained, you can move them with one 14-inch wire. That's it. One 14-inch wire. You heard me right. The cattle, once they get trained and they're shocked really good, they're not gonna try going through that fence. But this is the backbone of our farm right here, the Timeless Fence post. They've got all different sizes, the 1.5 inch, 1 3/4. They make a 2. I think there's a 2 1/4, and all different lengths. So if I was gonna run a 5-wire fence along the road, you know, I'd be looking at a 5.5 footer, maybe a 6 footer, where I can run 5 wires. So you got a hot, ground, hot, ground, hot. So you have a 5-wire fence. And I would go, you know, with a little thicker post because it's along the road. We used the 1 3/4. And we had a young fellow, I don't know if he fell asleep or if he was drinking and driving or what, but he went through our bull farm fence up here on the blacktop. And he rolled his car, just destroyed it, absolutely destroyed it. And he went through, I forgot how many he hit. I think it was 2 of these posts. And he hit him dead on. And he also hit one of my wooden corner posts, and he took it into the ground. But one of these posts, it was just kind of bent over, and we took the wire off it and got it back up and re-drove it, and it was fine. The other one, it hit it dead on, it snapped it. Well, that's a free post, and you get a free post because it's got a 20-year warranty on it. The nice thing about these posts, folks, is if a tree falls on this fence, it's going to take that post, look, it's going to take it to the ground, get your chainsaw, cut your tree off, and the post springs back up. Springs back up. How hard is that to do? It's not hard. It's easy. That's what it should be. It should be easy. If there's a barbed wire fence, a 5-strand barbed wire fence, and a tree fell on it, you're going to be there for at least an hour to re-stretch all that barbed wire because it stretched it where it's all loose now. It might have broke half of them. You got to straighten up your steel posts because it took and bent them over. Ugh, I can't even fathom doing barbed wire fence after doing this. I get so tickled though. I still get people on YouTube, and I love the comments, so please don't stop. I had a guy last week. It's just, he actually used a light cuss word. It wasn't bad, but he used a light cuss word. It's this blankety blank fence. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? You don't know what you're talking about. It's no good. It's no good. You know, just constantly having to fix it. And it's like, well, you're using the wrong material, number one. And if you look at people that say that it doesn't work, those are the people that are using steel posts. They're not using good corners. They're not using good high tensile wire. They're sure as heck aren't using timeless fence posts. And that's why it doesn't work. You know, you build it incorrectly, it's not gonna work. And then you're gonna say, oh, that hot wire, it just didn't keep my animals in. Folks, we've got a lot of ground out here. We're running a lot of animals, and they definitely keep the animals in. It keeps the animals in at a very low cost. You can't go bankrupt putting in fence. Well, you can. If you put in woven wire, you will go bankrupt. You can't put a steel post every 10 feet and put woven wire around every piece of ground you own. You'll be broke. If you're a banker and you got millions and millions of dollars and you want a woven wire fence, well, then go for it. But most of us don't have that kind of expendable income. And I get tickled though. People say, oh, this timeless post, that's an expensive post. No, it's not. I'll tell you why it's not. Because I'm on 22 foot spacings here, okay? When we bought these posts in 2020, they were like $450, $480 a piece. And a steel post at that time was like $525. Well, a steel post, you got to put another one right here, okay? You got to go about every 10 foot or you're going to have a saggy woven wire fence with steel posts. Here, I can go, 15, 20, sometimes 25 feet. Cattle fencing, I've gone as far as 40 feet between posts with a single high tensile wire. So your post is the life of your fence, folks. Corners, good solid corners. The New Zealand A-frames, we're starting to use those. They sell those at Timeless now. Check them out. That New Zealand A-frame is the real deal. They're solid and they don't bend. Folks, I'm going to get out of here, and remember, check out our website. We've got some really nice South Pole bulls on there now. 2-year-olds, been semen checked, trick tests, are ready to go to work. You're going to be wanting to turn them bulls in here in July if you're going to be doing April, May calving next year. So check it out, greenpasturesfarm.net. Have a good day. Take care.